What's up, mighty manifestors? It's your boy Ollie, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about one of my favorite hand soaps that I've found so far here in Ukraine. So today we're talking about the Mayur Natural Organic Coconut Hand Soap. This is actually one of the ones, it's my favorite for a few different reasons, and I'm going to kind of run down the list. First of all, this right here is about a third of the price of any of the other organic or natural hand soaps that I was able to find at Ashan, which is our local supermarket where we go for pretty much all of our groceries and all of our other like toiletries, health and beauty supplies, all that stuff. So at like a third of the price, it's definitely caught my eye. After that, I always like to turn the bottle around and look and see what kind of eco certifications it has. A lot of things over here will say organic on the front like this does, but then they won't really have anything to back it up on the back. This one isn't like that though. So as soon as I turn it over, first thing I see is the EU eco label to be certified organic. It's this little green one right over here. In addition to that, it also has the EcoCert Naturalny Certificate, which basically means it's certified natural and certified organic. They're just two different eco labels that basically back up the claims that they're making on the front here, that this is natural and it is organic. If that's not enough, it's also not tested on animals and vegan as well. So that's a really great thing to point out. A lot of these things that are organic could technically also be tested on animals. So I like to find ones that are checking off all the boxes, just like this here. In addition to not being tested on animals, it's also vegan because it's possible to have things that aren't tested on animals, but they can still have products that are coming from animals. So it's really nice that this is good for the animals and good for the planet. One of the other things that I really like about this is the smell. Like, it just smells really good. Normally, I'm not a huge coconut kind of guy. Like, I don't like the coconut smell a whole lot, especially when it's overblown. But this was really soft and really natural and just had like a super clean, kind of sweet, perfumey sense to it, but nothing too over the top. Like, you still felt like it was just something natural and kind of understated. So I like this. Few things that I don't like about it are the bottle. It's still made out of plastic. This is checking off a lot of the different boxes here, but one of the things that it isn't checking off is recycled plastic. There's a recycle symbol on the back, and you can recycle this bottle once you're done with it, but the bottle itself, I don't see any indication that it is made from recycled plastic. So that's something to keep in mind. Besides that, pretty much I enjoy everything else. The only other weird thing is this particular bottle. So this was only 30 hryvnia when the next cheapest organic hand soap that I was able to find was about 90 hryvnia. And you guys can go and Google that if you're in America. But right now it's about 27 hryvnia for every dollar. So it's rather cheap. It's pretty much only like $1, a little bit more for this thing of soap. And it's a pretty decent size. Before this, I was getting hand soap that was over 100 hryvnia, and it was slightly smaller in size. It was just a little bit taller and narrower. So I like the size bottle. But once we got it home, I actually started using it. We realized there was this, the intake tube here was actually split. So I don't know if this batch all had the same problem, and that's why they marked it down so much at the store. It could be a possible explanation because, like I said, I haven't seen anything with this many eco certificates on it that is actually that cheap. And so it was definitely my first choice. As soon as I saw it, I had to grab it. The only other thing that is kind of a downside, and ultimately, we still used it. Once it got past there, we put a little water in it, kept using it. And the second time, once we had already diluted it a bit, we actually just took this whole top part off and just kind of poured it into our hands when we were washing our hands. The only other downside to it though is that this isn't readily available. So I went a few weeks ago. I was able to find it. That's when I first bought it. Last time I went to the store, or the next time I went to the store after that, I wasn't able to find it. And we were running low on this, so I grabbed another natural organic hand soap, which we're using now. But that one was about 90 hryvnia, so it was about 3 times more expensive than this one. And that was the cheapest one I was able to find. Now I went back to the store yesterday, and there were like 2 or 3 more bottles I was able to find this. So I don't know, things in Ukraine aren't always consistent. Sometimes they'll just test out products, especially natural or organic ones, for a short period of time, and if they don't really do well, they won't bring them back. So I'd say the only other downside to this is it not being consistently available. Hopefully from now on they will keep it, and hopefully I'll be able to find more. But I don't know if those other couple bottles that they have now were just extras that got buried somewhere that they were able to bring out, or what the deal is with it. But definitely whenever I have this available as an option, it's definitely the way to go. I mean, considering it's a third of the price, it's got pretty much all the labels I'm looking for. The only other suggestion I could give to the company is, honestly, I would like to see like a refill container for something like this. It's rather surprising to me when I go into Auchan to look for hand soaps. I see refill containers, but none of the refill packets of soap are as natural or organic. Most of them are just like regular soap. And it says eco, but it's short for economy instead of, ecologically friendly. So I would like to see more organic and natural soaps available in a big refill packet, because ultimately, like, it doesn't make sense getting organic natural soap and then having to like deal with all this plastic all the time. In fact, it's making me want to look into maybe making my own soap, but I don't know what that process is like and if I'll be able to get everything here, but we might look into doing that in the future. So ultimately, if you see this in your local Auchan, I definitely suggest it. It's one of my favorite hand soaps I've used, and I hope you like it too. If you have tried this, or if there's other products that you would like me to try, that you've tried, that you really like, go ahead and tell me in the comments below, like, what were your thoughts on this? Did you like it? Did you like the smell? Was it too much coconut for you? Or is there another product that you really, really enjoy that you'd suggest that maybe Sonia and I can go use in our household? Either way, I hope that you guys continuing to do your best to live as sustainably as possible and to care for other people, because together we can lead by example to elevate humanity to live in harmony with nature. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you got a lot from this. Peace.
It's your boy Ollie. Woo! I'm feeling now. Yeah, yeah.